Hey guys, so today I'm doing some research for one of the books that I will be writing in July, Hearts and Roses. Before I say anything else, I will apologize in advance. It is raining and thundering, and my one dog hates thunder, so he will probably bark at least once. But today there are a lot of things that I do need to research for this book, but the one that I'm starting on right now is the minimum wage in Los Angeles, as in the city of Los Angeles, not Los Angeles County. That'll come in later, I swear. It's a big deal, according to the Google, okay? But the book will take place somewhere in the 2020s range. I'm not 100% sure where it begins just yet. I haven't looked consistently into the timeline to see where it starts, or I do not 100% have a set time for when it will begin. There are a lot of plot points, and I'm not sure which one of those I want to start at. But most people would not need to research the minimum wage in Los Angeles, even if their characters lived there. But for these particular characters, I think it's important enough that I do need to have at least a baseline idea of where things fit in. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around and show you anything that I have come across so far. Alright, so at the moment, this was the one that I wanted to start with. Mostly because it was the first question that I had written down. And I managed to find this after a lot of scrolling. Mostly when I searched for it, Google just wanted to keep showing me the most recent increase, which wasn't helping me at all. So, pro tip, if you're doing book research or research of any kind, if the headline of the article doesn't seem like it's going to benefit you in any way, don't click it, or else Google will think that's more of what you want to see, and it will put it at the top of your line next time that you search for something. And it will use that to decide what kind of articles you see first. So only click for the ones that you actually think would benefit you, just as a heads up in case you don't know that. But this is the only part that really means anything for me for the research that I'm doing. But this article was published in 2016, I believe, which means that this one and this one are the only ones that are like based on actual, this is what it was at the time. These, I believe, are predictions, because from my Googling yesterday, I think there are some places in Los Angeles that minimum wage is $15 now. So these are predictions, and I think this one is a prediction too, as far as I can tell. So this is a little helpful. I do know that this is the way it's divided in all of the minimum wage. I did notice that when I was searching yesterday too, but this isn't totally helpful for what I need. So I think I'm going to have to go back and do the research myself by like minimum wage in Los Angeles this year, yada yada yada. I think I'm going to go back probably 10 years, probably about 2008, and check the minimum wage from there for a more scientific approach to it. Normally I would only go back like 3 years, but this book starts in like 2027 or something like that. I don't remember exactly when it is. But it's enough in the future that I would like to have a more accurate assumption toward everything, a more accurate hypothesis, thesis, something, you decide. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and write down all of the changes from 2008 to now, and then probably find an average change between the years, and then I will fill you in. Alrighty, so it's actually kind of hard to find much of anything, because every time that you Google Los Angeles, including the city of Los Angeles, it wants to give you information about Los Angeles County, and that's not what I want or need. I could cave and just look at the California reports, because that has information, and I might do that eventually just to get an idea, but not totally sure. But I did find this, which was in 2016, 2015, I think, but they have this, which is their plan to have everything at $15 by the end of 2021, and then on July 1st of 2022 they will adjust the changes again in case like prices fluctuate and all of that everywhere else. So if nothing else, I have a mild increase here. I would like to have larger numbers than that, but I think I'll just roll with it. I don't need like an exact number. It's just helpful to know how much money they bring in, because a lot of the focus is on the fact that neither one of them has a lot of money. Ashton has spent all of his life away from his mother on a fixed income, and Dom's been on disability for a very long time. He's had jobs here and there, but always loses them, primarily because of his anger, and eventually got put on disability because of it. And Dom makes, as a maximum, like 700 and something per month, and I don't remember what that number is for Ashton. But either way, they don't make a lot of money, especially living in Los Angeles, where it's not cheap to live. So I think I'm going to keep looking, but if nothing else, I will settle on just, hold on, increasing the 15 a bit more based on how much it increases here, and then we'll go from there. So I ended up finding this for the city of Los Angeles, which is what I was looking at last time, and the numbers on this one are different. Even right up here you can see where it's different. And then down here at the bottom it says, as of July 1st, 2017, yada yada yada, $12 per hour. And that would be this one, but it's a higher number up here. So I'm not trusting these ones, and I'm just going with the sheet that I found the first time, which I've written down here and went through the additions on each side, and then I just started over with those. So after I got to 0, I started over with the 150 and went with predictions down here of what it could possibly be. So it'll be a while before I self-publish this book, so presumably I can go through and change these numbers once they change them in 2021, 2022, one of those, I don't remember which one, but it will be a long time before this book ever hits, like Amazon, for instance. So, for now, this is what I have. It is my baseline, and I do believe that is research question number 1 complete.